Okay, ready to roll here. 44.7 miles per gallon. Hyper mild on my way home. 8.6 mile drive to work. This was from work, so here we go. I will arrive at 5:52 a.m. 355 miles. So here we go. And I have it on the dimmest setting right now so you can see. So I will go straight to manual mode, second gear, second simulated gear since it's a CVT. It's a little foggy right now, so let's go ahead and turn this on. Okay. So let's see how much of this 43 mpg I could hold on to right now. So I'm just gonna baby it onto the freeway. Quick drive to the freeway. It's foggy right now. Or the window's foggy right now. So my goal is 35 miles per gallon. No eyesight. It'll clear in a second. That's a safety feature on this car. I will get more in depth on the manual mode on this car. I really like the manual mode on this car. I mentioned it in the other episodes of the Crosstrek Chronicles, but really cool manual mode. Keeps the RPM down. Hopefully you could still see it. I tried this on the brightest setting and you can't see anything through the GoPro, so I put it on the dimmest setting. So I want to keep that 40 mpg headed into the freeway. Confidence booster. And I have another camera set on the other information screen. That way you could see how this car lacks power once I hit the mountains. Once I hit a grade, this car has no power at all, and it doesn't like to hold the simulated 7th gear. I say simulated 7th gear because it's a CVT, not an actual transmission with actual gears, an actual automatic. So that's the game right now. The game is keeping the RPMs really low for our fuel economy. And it's late enough, it's 12:41 in the morning, so I'm gonna merge onto the freeway right now really slowly. It's 39.4 mpg, so that's 5th. And then when I'm at 60 miles per hour, it'll let me hit 7. That's 6, and then one more. It's 38.4. Come on, almost there. Almost at 60. 38.1. And 7. Okay, set cruise to 65. Get in the middle lane here. So keep the RPMs really low. See how it's accelerating very slowly to 65 because there's no power in the low RPM range in this car. So I'm at 65 now. Let's look at the, I didn't even touch the lines. Let me turn that off. I am not a fan of that. Turn that off. There you go. Where's traction control? I always like turning traction control off. Okay, we're at 65 miles per hour, 37.1 mpg. Let this settle down a little bit. I will report back like when I'm 50 miles into the drive and see where I'm at mpg wise. I want 35. 35 is the goal. So I got a nice head start from work, my drive from work, and I got 37.2 right now. Okay, I'll report back later. Okay, I'm keeping myself entertained here by hyper miling right now. Slight decline, so let me get out of cruise control, step on the gas here, foot all the way down to the floor, slight decline, 38 miles per gallon, 38.1 miles per gallon. I'm gonna let go when it's at 38, let go, and coasting right now. And look at my MPG bar, it's on maximum right now. So let me set cruise control at 65 again. The reason why I take the car off cruise control when I'm coasting downhill is because this car will hold speed. Like whatever speed you choose for cruise control, like if you're going faster than that speed and let go of the gas, the car will engine brake or use the real brakes to go back down to whatever speed you chose. And I don't want that. I want to use I want to use the momentum to coast for as long as possible, improving my MPG. It's like somewhat drizzling right now, so let me turn traction control back on, take advantage of all-wheel drive. This car feels really safe. It's not the most fun car I ever driven. In fact, it's down there, but it's a nice little car, solidly put together. It feels very safe with the all-wheel drive. The other day, I saw a dude in a Cobra, Shelby Cobra, one of the 600 horsepower ones. In the rain, man, you could hear him revving it up, trying to go fast, but the dude was all over the place, so I got a light with them. Pouring rain, I just floored it, and I saw the guy behind me slipping all over the place. This car's not fast, so it's not like I was going fast, but, you know, it takes off like nothing. No wheel spin because, you know, it's all-wheel drive, so it's pretty cool. I'll talk about that in another video. I'll talk about this story again in another video, in a compressed video. This is my road trip video here, but this car, just flooring it in the rain with the all-wheel drive, 540 mile range went up. But just the fact that there's no wheel spin and watching that Cobra just slip all over the place and him not getting any traction, I said, man, it makes me want an all-wheel drive car now. But there's nothing cool out there. I've always been a fan of the GMC Typhoon and the Trailblazer SS. But the problem with all those all-wheel drive super SUV, super mega SUV, none of them come in a manual. I know the WRX comes in a manual and now it comes in a CVT. But I'm just not a fan of the WRX. Just never did anything for me. But this little car with all-wheel drive was pretty amusing in pouring rain, like storming rain, and I saw this Cobra still trying to have fun, but he wasn't going anywhere with all that 666 horsepower. Or was it, is it 662? Something like that. It's like 660 something. But yeah, he wasn't going anywhere with all that power, so, you know, I just floored it for fun just to watch him struggle. Yeah, he couldn't keep up with me in this little soccer mom car. 540 mile range. It's still on that. Still haven't used a block of fuel left. Or block of fuel, yeah, haven't used one yet. At 52 miles traveled. Still reading full tank. Getting great MPG. This is for you, Brooke. LOL. Okay, reach the mountains. 2% grade, almost 3,500 RPM. Just to maintain 65 miles per hour. There you go. RPM is well above 3,000 RPM, and fuel economy is dropping. Watch that fuel economy drop right now. So I'm gonna switch over to my other camera right now so you guys can see that these are in conjunction with each other. 3% grade. It'll hit 3% for a second there, and now watch my fuel economy go down. 3% grade, almost 3,500 RPM, just to maintain 65 miles per hour. There you go, RPM is well above 3,000 RPM, and fuel economy is dropping. Watch that fuel economy drop right now. So I'm gonna switch over to my other camera right now so you guys can see that these are in conjunction with each other. 3% grade. I'll hit 3% for a second there. Okay, I'm attempting 7th gear and look at my speed. I could attempt this right now because I'm behind the semi-trucks. The semi-trucks are struggling right now, but look at my speed in 7th gear. It's about to go under 40 miles per hour. No one on the road right now, but yeah, under 40. I'm gonna punch it here in a second. Did it kick down to 7 or 6 for me? I think it automatically kicked down. Okay, let me go back to normal drive. Set cruise control to 65, and now watch it. Now watch my RPMs go up a lot. So there you go. That's how much this car lacks power up a grade. Let me see what the grade is. Okay, it's 0 right now, but this will be 4,000 feet elevation pretty soon. Okay, now it's back to 1%, and at 1%, 3,000 RPM. And then when it's like bouncing between almost 3,500 and 3,000 RPM. Alright, it took a while, but I'm finally back at 37.5 miles per gallon. Cruise control 65 miles per hour, 7th gear, a little over 1,500 RPM. So I regained some of my fuel economy back after climbing the mountain. 24 miles away from my destination. I'll probably run a few errands, and when I head back on Sunday, I should be at about 37 mpg. I'll top off before I head back home on Sunday. Top off on fuel, get actual fuel economy numbers. I'm gonna run a few errands in town, and should be about 37 mpg. Okay, 37.4 miles per gallon. I'm gonna do my only errand in town right now. 359.5 miles traveled. I should be at like 36 miles per gallon, probably even better by the time I refuel this. Then we'll see how much it cost me to go on this trip. I'm with the lovely Brooke right now. This is for you, Brooke.
You're funny. Oh my gosh.
That's your song.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's my theme song? Your dedication?
Dedicated to you always.
Aww.
Okay, about to head home right now. 366.5 miles traveled. According to this, I got 36.9 miles per gallon. As always, I'm going to do the whole gallons added by miles traveled to get an accurate reading on the fuel economy. Okay, this thing was way off. I got 32.61 miles per gallon, not 36.8. So, yeah, that mountain climb, I knew this was too good to be true, but that's still not bad. 32.615 miles per gallon, mostly freeway. I tried hypermiling it. So, what I'll do right now, and I'll use this in 2 videos, I'm going to get a K&N filter for this car and see if it actually improves fuel economy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back home, and I'm going to go in automatic mode. Pure automatic mode, 65 miles per hour, and see what kind of fuel economy I get. And then when I do the trip again, I'll have a K&N filter and I'll film it on the way back, because on the way back it's a straight shot and I'll be able to go 65 the whole way and no tricks or anything. Okay, my pace is already different from the hypermiling first trip I did. Automatic mode, 65 miles per hour, about 1900 RPM. That first block of fuel went away at about 49 miles. So when I was driving to my little trip, that first block of fuel didn't go away till about, I think, 65 miles. I'll have to look back at the footage. So I'm doing this drive back totally differently. No tricks, just cruise control, automatic, not using the paddle shifters this time. Okay, I was gonna go the whole 355 miles, but I decided to stop at a Flying J. I like Flying J's. You could sleep in the parking lot if you want to, so I think that's pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and top off here. 95.1 miles traveled. No special tricks, no hypermiling, 65 miles per hour cruise control, and for the most part it was straight freeway according to this. 37.3 miles per gallon. Let's see what I really got. 2-click method. .040 gallons added. Okay, this fuel economy meter is way off. I got 31.282 miles per gallon, not 37.3. That's horrible. Well, not horrible, but man, when you see 37.3, you feel all happy, but it's not 37.3. So yeah, automatic mode, mainly flat freeway, I got 32 or 31.282 mpg. Okay, back on the freeway, 1.7 miles in. Fuel economy meter will keep going up as I stay longer on the freeway. So what I'm gonna do here is when I hit the mountains, I'll show you guys the RPM spike, and then as soon as I get to the bottom of the mountain, I'll fill up on fuel again, just so you guys can see how badly fuel economy suffers going up that mountain. Here's the main thing I noticed about automatic mode. It likes to be in 6th gear. Watch. Right now I'm in automatic mode. I'll switch to manual mode right now. Right there, 6th gear. So what happens is when you're in manual mode, when you put it in 7, you drop RPMs. But watch, I'll put it back in automatic mode and it'll go to 2,000 really soon. Right there. It's gonna, there it is. So it revs higher. In automatic mode, it likes to rev. It doesn't like to be in 7 in automatic mode, probably for power reasons, to have more available power to keep speed. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go up the mountain. I think that's in about 30 miles. Climb it, and then as soon as I hit the bottom of the mountain, I'll go ahead and top off the fuel again, and then I'll hyper mile back home to show you guys. Yeah, what was my MPG? I think I got like 32 MPG hyper miling, but I hit the mountain, and then right now when I filled up, I got like 31 MPG. There was no mountain, that was just automatic mode. So I'm determined to see if hyper miling with the paddle shifter will get me really good fuel economy. I think the first run was void just because of the mountain, but we're gonna find out right now how much the mountain really kills the fuel economy of this car. 2,500 RPM right now, almost 2,500. Now back down to 2. Okay, the mountains are starting up right now. 3,000, that looks like 200 RPM. So the mountain started, it didn't really start like steeply like it is now, but it started about 10 miles ago, starting a slow climb up. Now this is a steep climb up. I'll look at my information center right now. is it at? It's a 1% grade right now. We're climbing. So there you go. Watch, look at the MPG's drop right now. We're already at 34.2. Yeah, high revving right now. 300 RPM. Yeah, it's probably gonna spike up even more. Probably right now. Looks like it's about to get steep right now. Let's see if it holds it. Man, I want to do a little test here. I want to see how much this really hurt my MPG on my way to my destination. And then when I get to the bottom of the mountain, I'll get an actual MPG reading, what I really got. Then I'm gonna hypermile, go back to hypermiling on my way home, because it's gonna be a flat, pretty much a flat way with some decline, so I'll be able to use the paddle shifter modes. And let's see if I could improve on what's the best I got, like 32, 33 MPG? Might have been 32. Oh yeah, this looks like a climb right here. Maybe 3,000 is a sweet spot on this car. It's gonna be a long video, but it's for educational purposes. Maybe there's someone out there who wants a Subaru Crosstrek who's really interested in the MPG. Okay, there you go. I think the RPM went up a little bit. Now dropped a little bit. All right, so it's gonna be a couple mile climb up. 32.6 MPG. It's slowly dropping right now. So the car's revving up to hold speed, staying past 3,000 RPM to hold its speed. Yeah, if I was in manual mode right now, actually, let's see what gear is it in right now. I think it was in 4. Yeah, it was in 4. So it's in 4th, not 7, not 5, not 7, not 6, not 5. So it's revving way up there. Now it should be at 5. 3% right now. RPMs are climbing. Yeah, 3% grade right now. Back to 2%. All right. Oh, there you go. My little block of fuel already went down. So I wasn't paying attention when it went down, but last time it went down, it was at 49 miles. We're at 48 right now, so that first block of fuel already disappeared a lot. Well, not a lot sooner, but it disappeared sooner. And I'm down to 31.7 MPG, still climbing. So, all right. Is it gonna spike up in RPM again? There it is. 3,500. I think I should be in 3rd now. What's it at? No, it's still in 4th. Okay. All right, so at the end of the mountain, I'll go ahead and do another fill up, see where I'm at. Okay, reached the top of the mountain. According to this, 30.3 miles per gallon, 57.3 miles traveled. Let's see what my fuel economy is. Let's see how the climb up. The climb up is about 12 miles, but the main part is about 7 miles, but it's steep 7 miles up, and you can see my fuel economy. I think it was at 35, and that was like somewhat going up the mountain, but once the steep part hit, I dropped all the way down to 30.3. So I'm going to go ahead and top off right now, and on the way home, I'm going back to hypermiling, back to paddle shift mode, and let's see if we could beat 35 miles per gallon. That was my goal, 35 miles per gallon. And I have a feeling the mountain really hurt my fuel economy the first time around. 2-click method. 1, 2. 2.454 gallons added. Quick look at the road trip vehicle here. It's a good looking vehicle. It's not offensive, but it's not going to turn heads either. Kind of ugly rims, but you could always change the rims. Big rims. Maybe smaller rims would help the fuel economy because smaller rims are lighter. But it's comfortable. The seat could use a little more padding. The last time I did this drive was in my Abarth, and of course this car is a lot more comfortable than the Abarth. Here's how I have my camera set up right here. That's looking at the information screen. GoPro right here. Paddle shift mode, of course, automatic. Paddle shifter right here. I'm going to use that right now. Plenty of ports for the phone. 12 volt right there. USB ports. Everything you need in a modern car. Let's go ahead and zero this out right now. Turn the brightness up on this. Where are you at? Oh, one more time. There you go. So, yeah, we're going hyper miling now. So, zeroed out. Oh, MPG. Good thing I didn't erase both. 30.3 MPG. How much did I add? How much fuel did I add? I'll look at it right now. Let me come back. I forgot already. Just as I thought, fuel economy suffered big time. 23.34 miles per gallon climbing that mountain. Yeah, that really hurt it a lot. So now I'm really interested in seeing what kind of fuel economy am I going to get hypermiling. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start this up. Yeah, 23 mpg. That sucks. So here we go. Hypermile time. Push button start. Let's get on the freeway as soon as possible. This fuel stop is right by the freeway. So there you go, manual mode right there. That's first. Let's get on the freeway. Get into second.
0.1 miles, turn
third.
left, Interstate 5, southbound, towards Los Angeles.
Fourth. And we're gonna baby this.
Turn left.
Onto the freeway. Okay, third, fourth, let's speed up here.
Follow Interstate 5, southbound, towards Los Angeles.
Slow acceleration because I'm getting it in top gear. Let me turn off the GPS voice. 6. And then one more. When it hits 60 miles per hour, I could get it to 7. 7. And then we'll set cruise at 65. And look at those revs, way low. All right, let's play the game. Let's see how much better I do now. The mountains is over. Straight shot, hypermile, paddle shift mode. 35 is the number to beat. 196 miles traveled, according to this, 40.9 miles per gallon. It's been way off, so let's see what I got. I want 35 mpg, hypermiled the whole way. 7th gear, like 1700 RPM the whole time. So hopefully I get 35 mpg. No mountains this time. 2-click method. .327 gallons added. Official MPG 36.8 miles per gallon. That's a lot better. Got more than 35, which is what I wanted when I did the whole just put it in automatic mode. I got, I think, 32 miles per gallon, so I was able to beat automatic mode by almost 4 miles per gallon. So it's pretty good. It takes effort, but almost 37 miles per gallon is possible. I don't know why this computer is way off. 40.9. I wish.